Welcome to SGL Spiritual Guiding Light. If you are new, welcome. As you can see, this is still a fairly new channel, so make sure that you subscribe so that you can be a part of the success and growth of the channel. For those of you who are already subscribers, thank you and welcome back. May you find the clarity, confirmation, and understanding that you seek or need. I have your direct message here on the table. All right, this is a session for healing messages. So there'll be multiple messages. It's not a guarantee. It could be the same energy shifting into each spread that we do. This is the overall energy that was coming through, and I wanted to lay it on the table. Normally, I have it in the back end, or I'm able to navigate this information for the collective, but I was guided to show you what's behind the scenes overall energy. So if you can see that, right now I don't have a camera that will allow me to zoom in. So for those of you who really can't see the font, my apologies. In the future, we will have access where I will be able to zoom in for you. All right, but I'm going to give you a moment to look at the overall spread. Okay. And those direct message. But while I do that, let me go ahead and do my introduction for my own well-being so that I can be able to serve you. All right. Most High, thank you so much for blessing me with the gift of intuition as an intuitive reader. Allow this reading to bring clarity, understanding for the collective earth, air, fire, and water signs. Thank you. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, welcome and welcome back. My fire signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Those are my air signs. Air signs, welcome back. Fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, welcome and welcome back. And water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, welcome and welcome back. May you find the clarity, confirmation, understanding that you seek or need. And just a FYI, this is the collective. I will do individual zodiac signs, healing messages. So if you don't resonate with this session, no worries. All right. Understand that when I do release the individual zodiac sign healing messages, they will be live. All right. I will go live. And if you're another zodiac sign and you resonate with that zodiac sign session, it's either you have that zodiac signs primarily in your chart, or you are dealing with a specific zodiac sign. So let's go ahead and start with the direct message here. So this spread we have here, let me move this out of the way. All right. So what's significant about the overall energy? It says, I still don't have all the answers. All right. And these are healing messages. So when it comes to self, collective, let me turn these over because I need us to focus because I am a part of the collective too. I want everyone to focus now that you have seen the overall spread. Okay. Place your higher self as a third person. So your higher self is saying, hey, I can't make the decisions for you at this time because we're not grounded. All right. And so for some of you in the collective, it could feel like a crossroad. Okay. While 5% of the collective, it could just be the lack of insight, fear of when it comes to needing to make a choice. Okay. So place yourself, it could be both, but there is no wrong option here. It's either your higher self is not grounded, right? It feels like there's a crossroad, right? Needing to make a decision in a hurry and fast, because time depends on it. Our time is being rushed in some type of way. Now, when it comes to the lack thereof, when it comes to needing more information, or, it's best that someone navigates and tell me what to do. Um, if you already know what you need to do, but it's fear that's pulling you back, um, take the leap of faith. The best way to learn is taking the leap of faith, because then you'll know if you should take that leap again. You'll know if that answer is a yes or a no. You'll be able to identify the right and the wrong. Now, it says, I don't have all of the answers. Twos is about choices. Okay, it can represent the Two of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Swords. If this is the Two of Swords, there is this block, and I'm not a pill swallower, so I do take, Advil or, naproxen when I'm in pain, but just popping pills, I don't do that. And I don't want to make it about me, so let's just get back to the reading. When it's a strong pill to swallow, hypothetically, the red pill or the blue pill, it's, which one do you take? In this scenario, you don't have to take any pill. It's okay not to know all of the answers. Some of you need to get out of the fear and be willing to ask. Okay, whether that's asking people in general or navigating your interpersonal skills, right? Taking yourself out of isolation, not needing to have to be right all the time, right? Some of us are not willing or ready yet to say, hey, I am a biased person. All right. That's only 1% of you. It's not everyone. I don't want to generalize this session. So, bias is closed-mindedness. Okay. Now, when it comes to the Two of Swords, let's get back to that, because I'm channeling here. So it feels like a 360. It's going really, really fast. Everything's feels like I feel like how I'm channeling so far with this number 2 here that I see here in your spread. It feels like the eye of the storm, the tornado. And I'm able to look up and I can see everything in the collective's life that's twirling around, but you're in a safe space. So with the Two of Swords, there's no need to have the blindfold on. Let me pull the Two of Swords so that you can be able to see the visual. Just one moment. I want you to be able to see what I'm talking about. We'll pull the Two of Swords. Right now, I'm channeling the Two of Swords. And then I said the Two of Pentacles. And then I said the Two of Cups. Just one moment. Let me find the Two of Cups. Let me just pull the twos. How about that? For the most part, this deals with information. And it also deals with two people involved. Okay. So there's two sides of the story. Let's find the Two of Swords. If that is okay with you. I hope it's okay, because I'm going to be obedient when it comes to being divinely guided. So, Two of Swords. Just one moment. Patience can be a virtue. Two of Swords. Two of something. Okay, here's the Two of Wands. Ouch. Oh, my bad. Hopefully you guys didn't hear me hit the mic. All right. I'm going to turn these over. All right. Two of Cups. Okay, here's the Two of Swords. All right. Did you guys see the Two of Pentacles? I did not see the Two of Pentacles. Is my mind playing tricks on me? Did we see the Two of Cups or the Two of Pentacles? And we went through the deck. Where's the Two of Cups and the Two of Pentacles? All right. The Lovers. I don't know. The two is attached to the Lovers for those of you who are readers. What? I'm hearing that song. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? I know I am not tripping. My mind is not playing tricks on me. Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Where are you? I think it's time for a new deck because, okay, here's the Two of Cups. Now, where's the Two of Pentacles? Here it is. Okay. In this order. And there's a reason. For those who don't have patience, this is not your message. This is not your healing message. And that you're not doing anything wrong. It's just you're not ready for this message. You'll be back. I guarantee you'll be back. But moving forward, let's focus on those who are ready to receive the message. So you have the Two of Swords here. The truth is there's no need for you to be combative. There's no need for you to have your guard up. Okay. For some of you, you're unable to see the truth until you let your guard down, until you get out of this needing to know it all or be the know it all. You need to release that. Okay. Because the answer that you seek, it will reveal itself, or you will see the truth instead of blinding yourself from the truth. Okay. Now, for those of you and for Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy here. Now, for my earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, all right, doesn't necessarily, I'm just reading the energies from Swords, which is air energy, and Pentacles, which is earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It just feels like there's troubled waters if you were to go backwards. This is double backing in the past, double dipping, no double dipping, right? It just feels like, when it comes to the Two of Pentacles, the Pentacles is about material things, health, wealth, abundance, things that are tangible, purchases, things like that. And it just feels like, too much is going on. And as you can see, too much is going on. Focusing on things that takes you off of balance, that's just too more of a weight, while what it is you're not paying attention to is what you should be paying attention to. But it just feels like if you choose to find a balance between the two, right, pentacles, it will push you back into the past of needing to sacrifice a learning lesson that needs to be learned. And that could be the truth that someone is refusing to see. All right. And so we have the Cups here. The Cups is generosity, right? I give you my cup, viewer, without judgment. All right. And sometimes for some of you in the collective, sometimes it's best to be quiet, because then you're offered up this cup that you're not expecting. It comes out of nowhere. There's those moments where it's like, right on time. So for some of you, if you want to experience those right on time moments, you have to get out of your way. Okay. You don't need to know all of the answers at this time. The answer is allow yourself to experience being served. There is healing in this as well. All right. For some of you, it's a reset if you're open to it. All right. And that's a truth for some of you. All right. The Two of Wands here. Okay. I don't. It just feels, I'm just going to say this, collective. If it has to do with a person, go with the flow. Don't try to live in the future. Don't try to make anyone happy. Just make yourself the priority of happiness, and everything will be added on to you. All right. I will say this: if you are battling between two people, you have someone that is loyal and committed, while otherwise there is a third party, right? That's more in the open with you. And it just feels like, uh, the moment that you're willing to release your primary is a moment that you may realize that the one that you're more focused on is not the one. They're only into what you bring to the table or what it is you're trying to call in. Let's just say an opportunist. Okay. And I feel like that's a truth your gut has already been making you aware of. Moving forward, what is the situation? Gossip only hurts more. All right. So this is not a secret. People, places, or things. When it comes to self, it just feels like, if you don't want people to know your business, then stop telling people your business. If you're saying, SGL, I'm not telling anyone my business, well, then stop. Um, I'll just say this: it's a choice. You can feed into the gossip, right? Or you can be loyal to yourself. You can work on your self-care and your self-love, because when you know a person is healing or is healed when you are practicing self-care and self-love. And it may not be something that you want to address or hear at this time. I'm addressing it now with you. All right. And it may not feel like, what the hell is SGL talking about? I'm just delivering the message. All right. This is not set in stone. But if something needs to be said, don't allow anyone to control your narrative, because sometimes gossip, it's kind of like I'm saying, viewer doesn't go to work, right? And you do. I don't know you, but someone told me you don't go to work. So I'm just passing on the message because you're the main topic of discussion. And I want to be a part of the main topic of discussion. So that I can fit in, I'm going to deliver this message. So you want to make sure that you have your boundaries set so that, you know, um, viewer, that you are in control. Okay. Now, I will say gossip is good, but then when you feed gossip, that's when it's bad. All right. So if gossip is currently going on, which is the situation, kudos to you. You are an important person. Okay. Just don't feed the gossip. Okay. Let's see. Challenge or obstacle here. I hope, what does that say? I hope you'll wait for me. All right. Now that's very, very direct. So automatically, whoever this is that's hoping that you wait for them. And like I said, remember I was discussing the Two of Wands on your behalf, collective. Um, you can rewind this because we are not going to entertain this. So with that being said, um, you know, I don't, some of you may enjoy being the side piece, the mistress. I don't know. That's your business. But whoever this is, this hope means they have faith. But what I was trying to say is, whoever this person is, they are the corporate of the gossip. The gossip is what was supposed to hurt you. All right. And the reason why the gossip even took place is because they don't know if you still are willing to allow them to be in your storyline, be a part of your life, be in your world. So, in order to attach themselves to you, they had to start gossip, right? And now the gossip is backfiring, right? They see your value, purple represents all of the strongholds, what anchors and royalty and commitment, and you know, uh, it's the true purity of the the um, the one. But either than that, let's move on because we have more spreads to lay. Um, the top of the deck, it says, "Do you even see me that way?" Uh, for some of you, collective, I hope that you are practicing self care and self love, and you are being proactive on your healing journey because how you'll know is you won't be affected by the gossip. You won't be interested in what's being said because you are doing you. But if there is a question mark in the air, all right, whoever this is, a guilty party, all right, they're not playing the fifth. They are saying, I am responsible. I want to know, do you see me that way? They want to know. And we will clarify um, what this is. And it just feels like this is the storyline. You know, you're refusing to see them, right? You're busy. You're offering your cup elsewhere, and the plan is elsewhere as well. And even if I was to reverse the storyline here, right? You're watching what's ahead. And you're refusing to see what's currently going on. It says, I am absolutely in love with you. And I'm going to be honest with you. So far, the messages that come through, this is someone that's trying to survive. All right. It's the energy of, you know, if you allow me back in your life, you're basically telling me that you accept how I've treated you. You're okay with it. So if I do it again, you already given me permission to do so. So an apology is not sincere. All right. This is just giving someone permission to, you know, cross your boundaries again, to allow the disrespect. All right. I'm being guided to say, collective, that if in regards to a person knows how to treat you, speak to you, love you, show up for you, make time for you. Um, Now, for those of you who are practicing self care and self love, you're not being impacted by this. But if you are being impacted and you question yourself, I'm being guided to tell you to not fold. And when I say don't fold, don't throw in the towel to give someone permission to devalue you, to mistreat you. Don't give someone permission that it is okay. Okay. And you fill in the blank, whether this is an ex, a lover, a family member, a child. I don't want to generalize this. All right. So someone is aware of their actions. Okay. The attachment is unhealthy in regards to how they go about getting your attention or what's going on behind the scenes. It is not healthy at all. Now, healing message here. Are you willing to accept that whoever this is still is in love with you? All right. Because if we entertain, do you even see me that way? That's going to pull you back into the past. Okay. Troubled waters. It's going to pull you back into the past. And you need to go forward. Okay. So we're going to cancel that out. Accepting that someone still loves you. Love is kind, love is gentle. We don't practice toxic love in the SGL community, even though I do have some of the collective. I want to say about 67% of you you enjoy toxicity, and that's your business. But if you don't pull yourself together, now we're channeling the healing messages when it comes to gossip. If you keep worrying about what's being said, you're going to continue to drown yourself when you don't need to drown yourself in the emotions. Tell me why the collective fall for um, fall fall for. Tell me why the collective keep falling for. No, I want to know why the collective keeps falling for the bait. That's what I want to know. Why does the collective keep falling for the bait so we can get to the resolve of the healing message, please? Why is the collective keep falling for the bait? Now, the first overall direct messages, if you didn't resonate, that is fine. I had to channel the best way that I could, but I did serve the direct message, which you saw in the spread yourself. All right. Why does the collective keep falling for the bait? Thank you. All right. You have chains. You have the Emperor. Okay. So the Emperor is a father figure. So for some of you, abandonment issues, the lack of a father figure, no emotional security, in that lane. And then you have the Seven of Swords, okay? Afraid of being alone here. So there is a deep attachment here, okay? Trauma bonding as well. So the reason why you keep falling for the bait is because you are chained, okay, to this. How do I explain this? So what you need to work on, collective, instead of us just going around the elephant in the room, some of you in the collective, you need to work on your abandonment issues. Okay. There's nothing wrong with having attention and receiving attention, but this is not healthy attention. All right. You're attaching yourself to a person, or it's a repetitive cycle of attaching yourself to the same type of individuals that are not going to show up for you in the most healthy way. So some of you need to work on abandonment issues. Okay. Some of you need to resolve your father storyline. I don't know what happened. This is a general message. If you're not willing to revisit, if your father is still alive and you're not wanting to revisit that trauma or events that have occurred, no one's making you do that. But you need to heal that. You need to get to the root of it, okay, and heal from that, because all you're doing is you are attaching yourself to people. I'm just going to say it. My collective, you're addicted to pain. Okay. And you need to heal that. So there's attention needed. There's abandonment issues. And the question was of why this spread came out was, why is the collective keep falling for the bait? And the reason why is because father issues are not healed. There's abandonment issues and needs of attention. Okay. So stop trauma bonding. Let's go ahead and give a word of advice. All right. Failure. Okay. For some of you, you are not ready to start your healing journey. And that is okay. But if you want to keep being baited into the same situation, you have to accept that no one is perfect, including yourself, and stop letting yourself down. For the most part, for those of you who would like to heal your father experience or situation or whatever it is, you have to acknowledge that it's not your fault. All right? It's not your fault. Failure says, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. All right? And what I love about learning is that you can grow. All right? You can grow. You can ground yourself as well. And you can remove the things that no longer serve you so that you continue to ground yourself so that you can grow from experiences. So I don't see this as a loss or a failure. I see this as an opportunity. And I hope you will one day too. So with that being said, let's end with an outcome message. And I'll read the card. And you can use your intuition on your overall decision. What is the outcome message for the collective earth, air, fire, and water signs, please? And thank you for the subscriber, new subscriber. Welcome to the SGL Spirit. Thank you. You are now a spiritual guiding light as well. All right. So I'm being guided to split this up in 3 groups. All right. The group 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. All right. Group 1, you have the Knight of Swords. All right. So, and the Knight of Swords says, you're on a mission and there is no stopping you. The only problem is that you may be too quick to take action and you're not planning. Keep that energy flowing, but be calculated. Don't trip over others on the way either. You may be careless of the feelings of others on your mission inadvertently. So try to remain empathetic. All right. So basically what this is saying is, for group 1, don't become a careless, bitter person, especially if you are not ready to start your healing journey with failure here. And it says, again, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. All right. So in group 2, you have the 9 of Swords. In group 1, it was the Knight of Swords, I believe. Yeah, the Knight of Swords. Okay. So group 2, you have the 9 of Swords. For the outcome, it says fear is an awful. Wait. Oh yeah, fear is an awful thing, and it's difficult to reach out for help when it hits. Don't hide when you're stricken with grief or sadness. Sharing trauma, stress, or others can be therapeutic and can help you to regain control over your troubles, over what troubles you. And I love this. So, for some of you, you will have someone to confide in. For others of you, it's you showing up today and, you have gotten some type of clarity or confirmation. But moving forward, if you have someone that is a confidant or someone you can confide in, promise me that you won't get lost in trauma bonding. Okay. That doesn't mean that you're relatable. It doesn't mean that someone loves you or interested. That could be the bait. Okay. So be mindful of that as well. All right. And keep your fears to yourself when confiding into someone. All right. So it's going to be a learning lesson for some of you guys when it comes to trauma bonding. Third group, you have the 9 of Cups coming in reverse. Okay. And this is confirmation of that attention, needing attention in some type of way. It says you may have gotten something you've always wanted and it just wasn't what you expected to be. Maybe you're struggling to get some, what is that? I don't have my glasses. Maybe you're struggling to get somewhere and you're not making any progress. Your self-esteem has taken a hit and your desires are never ending, a never ending black hole. Maybe you need to focus on quality over quantity. So it's time to go on that healing journey so you guys can no longer be affected by gossip or what's being said about your business. All right, so that's a learning lesson too. Your strongholds. All right, I love you. Don't forget love is kind. Don't forget love is gentle. I will be doing the individual zodiac healing messages for you. All right.